All right, today we're checking out the Armored Amplification Sabot 50-watt amplifier. Now, this thing is a one-channel, high-gain, modern metal amplifier. It has all the things you would expect: resonance, presence, master control, bass, middle, treble. But it has a few other things that I'm going to go over real quick before we get to the tones that really set this thing apart and make this thing pretty cool. First is this attack knob. The attack knob does exactly what it says. The more you boost it, the more pick attack you get, and the more you cut it, the less pick attack you get, and you get kind of like a smoother, almost more vintagey kind of sound with it. From there, one of the controls I really like is the sweep control. It controls the mid-range character, and the more you boost it, the more low mid-range that you get, the more of kind of that kind of chug, thump kind of presence, and the more you cut it, the more of a scoop you get. And I found that if you cut it a little bit and then boost the mid-range, you got a nice upper mid cut without getting any kind of low mid kind of mud or anything that might be a little bit honky. It really allows you to dial in the mid-range character of the amplifier, which is cool. Now you notice this amplifier has two different gain knobs. Gain 1 sets the overall preamp gain, while gain 2 is more of how hard you hit the preamp with your guitar. I ended up setting the overall gain pretty low, but ended up hitting it pretty hard. That way I got my saturation and kind of compression and low end cleanup without having to have a bunch of extra fizz and mud from cranking the gain too much. Now for the switches, the bright switch adds more top end and adds more top end saturation, so you'll notice a gain increase when you have this activated. Now the grit switch on the final version is a three-way switch. You have off, and then you have your basic clipping section, which is going to be, more volume, more compression, more gain. And then you have the Phoenix mod, which again is more compression, more volume, even more volume than the other section, but a bit more dynamic, more clarity, less fizz. From there, you have like the shape and body switch that just controls the mid-range emphasis. And then there's the focus switch, which adds more bite and presence. So we're going to hear this inside of a mix. We're going to have one guitar left and right with drums and bass, and then we're going to hear it outside of a mix. I didn't use any pedals. I didn't use any boosts or anything going into this. It's just going to be my Schecter Cam Mark III going straight into the front end of the Sabot. Let's check it out.